They laughed. Not the warm, contagious kind that fills a room. This laughter was thin, barbed, almost malicious. It happened at our dinner table. Her friends were there. 3 women, 1 man, the type who thrived on gossip and snark, polished smiles hiding their insecurities. Wine flowed freely. The jokes grew brazen. Then it happened. Lara, the loud one, jabbed. Well, if you ever mess up, at least Maya's got her backup lover ready. Right. The table exploded with laughter. Everyone but me and him, the so-called backup, Ethan, a friend from college who made himself far too comfortable in my home and with my wife, laughed. I forced a smile. Smart, I said, lifting my glass. Every woman should have a contingency plan. The laughter faded fast. Even Maya stumbled for words. I rose deliberately, walked to the kitchen drawer, and took out the ring box I kept there, cheap, fake, a $100 gag ring I'd bought years before I proposed with the real one. I came back, handed it to Ethan, and said, tag in, buddy. She's all yours. Silence crushed the room. Her hand shook around her glass. Lara tried to laugh again, and it fell flat. Ethan went still, guilt passing across his face before he could hide it. That, to me, was confirmation. That was day 0 of my revenge. Maya had always been soft-spoken, the quiet listener. We met in college. I was broke, hungry, building something from nothing. She said she loved that drive of mine. I believed her. We built everything together. The apartment, the business, the slow mornings with coffee and a peaceful silence that felt like belonging. I thought I'd found someone who knew the meaning of loyalty. But loyalty dwindles when attention fades. I'd been occupied, consumed. While I was building, she started wondering. The clues were small at first. Phone face down, sudden gym memberships, odd business trips. Then one night her phone buzzed in the shower. The preview read, Ethan, miss your laugh. Can't stop thinking about last night. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. A man recognizes when he's been replaced. I didn't confront her. Not that night. Not the next. Rage is simple. Revenge requires restraint. I played ignorant, acted blind, because patience would yield more. I began with the business. She held 10% on paper. I arranged for that 10% to quietly disappear into a new holding company. Legal, silent, irreversible. Then came the finances. She had one of my cards. I let her believe it still worked, then froze it mid-spree, watched her shame trickle through her texts. Weird. My cards declined. Can you check? I answered, sure, babe. Must be the bank. Meanwhile, I was gathering evidence, screenshots, call logs, patterns. Every fabricated excuse became another nail. Ethan worked at a small marketing firm, careless, sloppy. One of our contractors. I asked for a meeting with his CEO under the pretense of discussing a partnership. I showed them the personal emails between their employee and a client's wife. The CEO's face said it all. By Monday, Ethan's job was gone. He hadn't pieced together that I was behind it yet. I let another week pass. Let her sink deeper. Let her pretend everything was normal. Then I arranged the dinner, a reunion of sorts. Same group, same house, same table. I told her I wanted to clear the air. She assumed I was absolving her for my earlier outburst. When they arrived, I was already seated, cool, composed. This time no wine, only truth. I began with a toast to loyalty. Nervous chuckles answered. Then I looked at Ethan. Remember that ring? I slid the box across the table again. You dropped it last time. Thought you might want to explain why it was in her car. His color drained. Maya's fork hit her plate. Lara covered her mouth. The silence now wasn't merely awkward. It was lethal. I stood. I don't like liars, but I love closure. I handed Maya an envelope. Divorce papers, already signed. Another envelope went to Ethan. Termination notice from his job. Everything unfolded on schedule. Maya tried to talk. You don't understand. It wasn't like that. I stopped her. Don't insult me with lines you've clearly practiced for someone else. I turned to her friends. You joked about backups. Does betrayal still sound comedic to you? No one spoke. I left them amid the wreckage of their laughter. The next morning I drove to the coast. No calls, no emails, just the surf against the rocks. Steady and absolute. I imagined revenge would explode. Instead it was quiet, an exhale after holding my breath too long. She reached out later with apologies and regrets, the familiar scripts. But betrayal can't be rewritten. I never blocked her. I wanted her to watch how life carried on without her. Some people must lose everything to recognize what loyalty truly is. For me, all it took was handing a $100 ring to a backup and letting silence finish the rest.